Thank you very much. I would like to thank the organizers to invite here in the very interesting and very useful World Coastal Forum Symposium. I would like to congratulate the Chinese government for this support and initiative to get on this coastal forum. I would like to personally thank Mr. Tejo Mutkur for take all this preparation to be here, and mostly I want to thank Mr. Stanley Johnson because of the personal invitation to come in contact with this forum, to have the opportunity really to have a local government voice here in this coastal forum. Stanley Johnson, you know, everybody was a formal MP in the British Parliament, but what is very important for us as regions Europe, it was the pillar and the spiritual father of the natural regulation, Natura regulation European Union. And South Pelion, it's half of it, the area is protected by Natura regulation, which was the father of this it's a very strong legal framework which protects the environment in European Union. What I can say here is two major things about the implementation of these international legal frameworks in local level. Because we have the central governments, they have the ministers, but in order to implement this international convention or resolution, you have to local administration and government to implement, either in the area of decision, if they have any, or opinion or approval. Most of my experience in the very sensitive environmental issues, South Pelion was a mountain where the gods of Olympus go down to have their holidays, and the coast of Pelion was born Achilles, Thetis born Achilles, the hero, you know, in the mythology, after Zeus was eloped with Thetis. What I say that is the protection of coastal forum in local level. It's very important because we can read all the legal documents, even if it's not binding, that give to the local authorities arguments when a specific decision has to implement. Because, as I said before, you have the local council and the central government, and you have the regional council. This is now the three levels, the most lived in the European Union, as France. But we are not subordinate in the region governments in the local level. We have only subordinate to the Prime Minister and the Ministry. So we have authority and power, local power, to prevent, not only in the courts, but in administration level. This is very important for me to forum to emphasize how in the administration level, and when the executive take the final decision to implement a project or not, economic project or not, a tourism. We have issues like tourism, infrastructure, wastewaters, and fishery in European Union and in closer like Mediterranean and Pelion. You have the open sea Aegean, is Spanish, so you have a close Gulf, Pagaciticus Gulf, where the half of villages of the region of South Pelion are. And this is the main point, that international level has to be the local voice, the local government voice has to be not only a voice, a void voice, has to be taken consideration, really taken consideration. And I think in English, the key word is approval. If you don't have the local approval of a measure, either you are not democratic, as has to be, because if you not take in consideration the local will, or which is represented by the local council, not the mayor. Mayor is executive power, but if you don't respect the local decision to implement a measure, I have raised the problem of democratic issue, but also the success of the measure. If you don't have the backing, the support of the local level, all the measures take the decision in Athens or the other capitals are condemned to fail. So I don't want to say more. I have to emphasize to this issue that in the area of implementation of measure, have to take in consideration the approval of the local government. And at least in European Union, I think in other countries, the local government is the local council, means the people. This is the democratic basis of implementation of international instruments. You have to go down to the bottom, to the local government level, in order to have success of international instrument. And the second thing I would like to say, as I said, is that I will be happy, will be honor for us to host a meeting of the preparatory committee to Pelion next year, and to see in situ the problems have to face a region with problems or issues, not only negatives, but issues like plastic waste of water and infrastructure. If we want to, European Union funds now new infrastructure for roads or ports, so has to be in balance with environmental equilibrium. And our fishery, we have the fishery farming. What is the effects to the pollution to the closed sea? Or the tourism, the development of tourism have to be balanced with the cultural and the whole area. What is the impact to the, not only in money in the central government, because as I said, it's not federal state Greece, but the other state is more federal. You have the taxes was related to the central level, and many few local impacts you have when a project is there. This is a broad discussion, but I think that's why I will be very honored to host a preparatory meeting in Kalanara. Kalanara is a village in South Pelion. It's tourism, but also agricultural. And now we have a marina we built to have the yachting. So it's a lot of, and we have built now the waste infrastructure for the water. So it will be a good opportunity. And I think I'm very sure that we're gonna have the support of the Greek government, the Greek delegation, to host next year a meeting or a workshop to face and to tackle all these problems. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.